haven't worn my blue lipstick on this channel in probably about 7 or 8 months, so it's very exciting today. My new phone case from eBay came in the post this morning and I am so happy with it. I've been waiting for about a month for this and it is my new baby. I'm extremely tired today and I haven't had my coffee yet because it's still hot, so I apologise if I am a bit sleepy. Let's get on with the Q&A. Hey guys, so today I'm back with another back to school video, and today's video is a bit more of a sit down, talky, personal one. I tweeted out and I put out on Instagram as well, and Snapchat possibly, which will all be down below by the way. I asked you guys to leave me some back to school and just school related questions because I get a lot of questions, just sort of general school related things, and I thought I'd put them all in one video and answer as many as I can. I do think I did one of these last year, so I'm sorry if like the same questions are asked and I've repeated like my answer, but yeah. This is also a collab with my friend Dakota. Her channel is Dakota Simpson. All the links will be down below. She's also doing a back to school Q&A and I'd love it if you guys could go subscribe to her. She is extremely talented and she makes some lovely videos, so go check her out. Everything will be down below. So the question for you guys for today's video is to leave me a comment down below just telling me what your favourite lesson or subject was in school or is in school. I was always drama, art, music, any of those sort of artsy ones. I just loved them. I found that I was always the most happy when I'm doing this sort of subject, so yeah. Let me know down below what your favourite lesson is or was in school. And yeah, we'll just get started into the Q&A. So I have all the questions here on my phone, my new fluffy phone case. I think I'm going to start off with Twitter because there are less on there, and then go into the Instagram. Abby on Twitter said, I start college in September, have you got any advice for us lot who are starting college? So this is quite general. Obviously I will probably answer more specific questions about advice and stuff, but just generally make sure that you are just happy. Don't do anything that you're not happy with. Go into college, make some new friends, but just make sure you're happy with who you are, be who you are, and obviously you'll have a great time. I'm a huge believer in the whole you get what you give thing, so if you are nice to people, if you are yourself, if you are lovely, then you will find yourself some really lovely people. Not to say you won't experience some nasty people or some spiteful people or just people that just aren't supposed to be in your life, but if you just keep to your lovely self, then I'm sure you'll have a great time and you'll meet some amazing people and you'll learn some amazing things. This extremely irrelevant young man asked me, what was your favourite class in school? So I did answer this at the start of the video, but my favourite was always any of the performing arts subjects, specifically expressive art, which is pretty much drama. I did that for my GCSE and I loved it. It was amazing. I just loved performing and I loved the people in performance classes because you're all into the same thing. I don't know. It was always my favourite. At Till Forever Comes on Twitter said, I just got my results for AS and thankfully I got into second year. Good job. Have you got any tips for A2? As much as you're going to enjoy A2, A2 is still obviously a great time. It's definitely going to be a lot more hard work than AS, so maybe because it's your second year of your sixth form, you've sort of settled in, you've found your friends and all that, just maybe try and focus more than you had done in the first year. Like no matter how hard you worked in AS, I guarantee you it will be harder in A2, so just really take this year to focus on yourself and focus on working hard, because honestly at the end of the year you will thank yourself so much for it. If you kicked yourself into gear at the start of the year and got yourself organised, everything like that, you will thank yourself for it around exam season. I definitely did so much more work in A2 than I did in AS, and I'm so thankful that I really did kick myself up a notch in the A2, otherwise I probably would have just like skated along and not got into unis and everything. So yeah, obviously still have a great time, but I just highly recommend taking this year to focus on yourself and what you want to achieve. Hannah said, how did you deal with stress and managing YouTube regarding your exams, in brackets GCSEs? Love you. I love you too. Now because I've been through GCSEs, AS exams and A2, I can probably say that I have enough experience to say that A2s were definitely a lot harder than AS, and AS were definitely a lot harder than GCSEs, and GCSEs were probably the hardest thing that I'd encountered at that age. In the grand scheme of things, GCSEs, you will probably experience the same, but GCSEs are a lot easier compared to other exams you come to. I found that because I organised myself and time management, everything in GCSEs, it was a lot easier for that in the next few years, if that makes sense. Like I'm not saying GCSEs or anything aren't hard, I'm just saying you sort of go through the different stages. I made sure that I was at a point where I knew that YouTube was something that I wanted to keep up with. I didn't want to sort of half-arse it. That just helped my motivation. Obviously everyone loses motivation, everyone goes through points where you're not really feeling productive, but it gets a lot easier to manage time and move things around for something that you know you're really into. So if I wasn't bothered about YouTube, I probably would not have even bothered moving time around and clearing space for it in my schedule, but because it's something I love, I found it so much easier to organise my time around it. And honestly, exams were very stressful, but I sought out YouTube as a way to relieve that stress, as a way to have fun, because I love doing it as a hobby. It's great, so Look at it as more of a hobby and not a hindrance. And if you are doing YouTube during your exams and you're really finding it hard, if you just find that YouTube's adding extra stress, then just take a break. It's okay if you can do that. Like, honestly, exams probably should deserve all your attention. Take time out if you need to. No one's gonna blame you. Katie on Twitter said, what degree are you doing and which uni are you going to? I've had a lot of questions about my uni, and I'm not actually going to say what uni I'm going to, more for like security reasons and everything like that, but I am doing a psychology degree. I got my results on Thursday and I got into my first choice, which was very good. I was very pleased, and I hope all of you guys had the results you wanted. So now I'm moving on to Instagram. I need some coffee. Oh, that's hot. Very hot. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Okay, so we've got a lot of questions here on Instagram, so I'm sorry if I can't answer them all. What grade/year are you going into? I'm going into my first year of uni in September. I believe I start the 24th of September. I don't know, I need to look into that. What are you most looking forward to about uni and what are you studying? So like I said, I'm studying psychology. I don't know what I'm looking forward to most about uni. I'm really excited to experience the whole independence, like as much as living technically on your own, living away from home. As much as it can be scary, you've got a lot of responsibilities, I also think it'll be a great experience, and also meeting so many new people. Everyone says that like the social side of university is amazing and you meet some of your like best friends for life there. I'm just so excited to experience all these new things. I'm going into it very open-minded, and I'm ready. What did you find hardest, GCSEs or A-levels? Like I said, none of them are not hard, if that makes sense. Like none of them are easy. At each stage of exams you go through, you always think, like me and my friends this year, during A2 we would say, oh, AS was so much easier, and then at AS we would be like, oh, GCSEs were so much easier. But honestly, I think they do get harder, but in some ways they do get a lot easier as well, because hopefully you should become a lot more aware of what you're capable of and what your preferences are and what your working environments are like. So it varies per person, but yeah. I'm sorry I can't give straight answers to those sort of ones. It's always kind of layered. Rucksack essentials. I'm going to be doing what's in my school bag along the line. I have loads of back to school videos still. How do you stop worrying from other people judging you? This is a lesson that I sort of did learn a bit too late. I was always very worried, and I still do get worried now. But I'm always worried that people are judging me, especially since I put so much of my life out on YouTube. Everyone gets hate on YouTube pretty much, and in real life as well. So as long as you surround yourself with people you love and people you trust, family, friends, everything like that, and as long as you are happy in yourself, you just gotta think, this is something I love doing, and if it wasn't something I'd love doing, then I wouldn't be wasting my time on it. If I love it, then I shouldn't let anyone else's opinions sway my thoughts on it. Say if you wear something a bit controversial, like today I'm wearing blue lipstick. When I first got this, I was worried that people were just going to be like, why is she wearing blue lipstick? But I just got to think, you know what? I love it and I feel great in it, so judge me all you want, it doesn't matter, because I feel great. What was your favourite thing about going back to school? I think I said this in one of my videos when I asked you guys, but I always loved seeing my friends, because I remember in school there was always those periods of time where you didn't see your friends for like the entire summer because they'd be away, and then you'd be away at different weeks, so your schedules never aligned. But I loved seeing all my friends, and also I loved coordinating my timetables with them and seeing what teachers I have and everything like that. So just the usual. Do you listen to music when studying? If so, what's your favourite playlist? I think I said this in my back to school life hacks video, but I love going on the Spotify playlists and going on the focus section, because there are so many playlists that have like classical music and music that's great for concentration and focusing, and I find that actually really helpful. I used to sort of hate the idea of listening to classical music because I always found it way too distracting and dramatic, but I actually found, especially this year the most, that it was the most focusing, and it was, yeah, I just honestly recommend doing that. What do you think people should be aware of when starting A-levels? Both AS and A-levels, I would say just be aware that it may not seem like you've got the most work. Obviously at times it will seem like you've got loads of work, but because it's a lot different to school, like you've got a lot more freedom, you may knowingly or unknowingly become a lot, not lazy, but you kind of slack a bit, like I did in first year of college. I sort of got a bit too comfortable and thought, oh, it's fine, I've got so much free time, I'm so independent. But in reality that just kind of made it worse sort of near exam season, because then I had loads of work piling up. The main point I would say is to just sort of learn from an early point to manage your time better. What A-levels did you study and what was your favourite? So in AS I did drama and theatre studies, sociology, psychology, and then I also did English lit, and I also did pre-teaching for a while but didn't continue that. Then into second year I dropped English lit and I just did psychology, sociology, drama, and then I also picked up criminology because that was only for second year students at the time. I loved criminology because it was kind of like a focused, specialised sort of area of psychology, like it was just the criminal psychology side, but that wasn't a full A level, it was just, you just got a certificate in it. It was kind of like one lesson a week. I loved my classmates in drama, and I loved how free drama was, and sociology I always found it really interesting because you just kind of learn broad about the entire world and why it is what it is. Psychology was my favourite. It always just was. I just found it so fascinating, and that's why I'm doing it at uni. I'm really worried I've got lipstick in my teeth. I feel like I'm gonna go back and edit this and see just like a crap ton of blue lipstick all in my teeth. Favourite stationery stores? Oh, I love Paper Chase so much, but I just find it can be quite expensive. Tiger's adorable. If you have a Tiger shop near you, I love them. Wilkinson's I discovered this year when I was shopping for the back to school giveaway. They have some really cute things, so if you haven't looked in there, I'd definitely check those out. It's one of the cheapest places as well. How do you deal with teachers you're not a big fan of? As much as you can act out and talk back to them in class and stuff, I found the best way to get back at those teachers was to show them that you can do well in their class. Like, it sounds so silly, but I think everyone had that teacher that sort of didn't treat them as nicely as like they treated other students, but the best way to get back at them was to just ace that class and just be like, well, you know what, you can be nasty to me all you want, but I aced it, so what do you know? Do you have any recommendations for a good bag to carry around uni? I haven't started uni yet, and I need to get a uni bag, and I haven't actually started looking. I've been so unorganised. I always went to Primark for bags because they are the cheapest, and the same with New Look. They tend to be around the same sort of price. Yeah, they're okay, they do sort of break a lot quicker than like more expensive bags, but because they're so cheap you can afford to replace them, and they're always like change their stock, so they're really on trend. Recently I've had my eye on a few accessorised bags, like some of their backpacks are adorable and they're a bit more pricey but they'll last longer. So that was my back to school Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. I haven't done one of these really long rambly videos in so long and I missed it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a comment down below answering the question that I asked you at the start of the video, and also I have been vlogging again on my second channel. If you haven't seen it already, I've been doing a bunch of daily vlogs and stuff. I've vlogged some in the city, I've vlogged a bunch of things really, just sort of my day-to-day life. Also follow me on Snapchat, which is Floral Scene, Twitter, which is Caitlin with 2 A's and 3 I's. Don't forget to check out Dakota's video. Her video will be linked in the description as well as her channel, so go subscribe and check out that video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.